Hi guys and welcome back. In this video we're going to be interacting with our first dropdown. And in Selenium they're called selects. Let's go over to our quotes page and add a couple of imports. The first one is going to be just from the typing module. And the second one is from Selenium WebDriver Support UI. And we're going to import select. The typing one is just so that we can do this in there, which was missing, and then we're going to add another property which is for the author dropdown, and this is going to return a select object from Selenium. And what it's going to do is it's going to first of all find this, so self.browser.find element by CSS selector, and this is the quotes page locators dot author dropdown, and then we're just going to return a select of that element. What that does in Selenium terms is it takes whatever arbitrary or generic Selenium element you've got and it tries to put it inside a select wrapper. And what that does is it gives that element some methods that we can use to interact with a select. Now you better hope that the element you're passing into this is a dropdown. If it's not, you're going to have some problems. So now that we have the element there, that lets us create something like select author. And that takes in an author name, which is going to be a string. And that is going to do self.author dropdown, which is this property here, dot select by visible text. This is one of these methods that you get when you make a select. And select by visible text is going to be author name. What that does in Selenium terms is it opens the dropdown, sees what's there, and then selects the one that matches this string if it's there. So that is how we're going to select an author from the dropdown. Let's go over to app.py and modify this code so that it actually does that. So let's, first of all, ask the user what author they want. So enter the author you'd like quotes from, and then we're going to do page.selectAuthor with that author. All right, so making sure that we've got everything there, and it seems like we do. Go ahead and run this. And Chrome will open first, because that's that line 5 there. Then we get asked what author we'd like, so we're going to say something like Bob Marley, just because his name is quite short. And there we have our first bug. You can see that the error says attribute error, list object has no attribute tag name. That suggests that we've tried to do something on an object, but that thing was a list instead of whatever we were expecting. So something comes to mind immediately when something like this happens, and that is that we used the wrong method, and indeed we did. For the author dropdown, we said self.browser.find elements by CSS selector. You want find element, because there's only going to be one, and you want just a single element, so that you can make a select out of it. You don't want multiple elements or a list of one element, because then it will be very confused. Okay, let's run app.py again. Notice that this launches a completely new Chrome instance when you do that, so you can end up with a bunch of different Chromes. There you have it, and Bob Marley has been selected in our dropdown. If you read the error messages, you can try to glean something about Selenium's internal workings, but it can be tricky. If you do have any problems, ask away in the course Q&A or in the Slack channel. We'll be more than happy to help. Just make sure you give us your code and, as much information as you can so that we can help you better. That's how you interact with one select or one dropdown. I'm sure you can do the same for the tag name, but we're going to do that in the next video. I'll see you there.